hi there students, welcome back to another video lesson. So for our week 5 lesson for grade 10 mathematics quarter 1, we'll have solving problems involving sequences. So i-apply natin dito ang mga natutunan nyo sa arithmetic sequence and geometric sequence. As well as may introduce din dito yung word problems on harmonic sequence and Fibonacci sequence na other types of sequences. So for our lesson objective, we will be solving word problems involving sequences, so particularly arithmetic sequence, geometric sequence, harmonic sequence, and Fibonacci sequence. So yung harmonic sequence, tsaka Fibonacci sequence, so explain ko po yan mamaya. So let's have the first problem. During a free fall, a skydiver jumps 18 feet, 54 feet, and 90 feet on the first, second, and third fall, respectively. If he continues to jump at this rate, how many feet will he have jumped during the 10th fall? So let's identify the given. So a sub n, so that is the unknown. So we are looking for the 10th term. So by the way, this given problem is an application of arithmetic sequence. So our first term, a sub 1, that is 18. And then n, that is 10. What about the common difference? So in order to get the common difference, we need to subtract 18 feet from 54 feet. So that is 54 minus 18 equals 36. Therefore, 36 is the common difference. So and then we apply the formula. A sub n is equal to a sub 1 plus the quantity of n minus 1 times d. Next, a sub 10 is equal to the first term, that is 18, plus n, that is 10, minus 1, and then multiplied by the common difference, 36. A sub 10 is equal to 18 plus, so 10 minus 1, that is 9, times 36. A sub 10 is equal to 18 plus, so the product of 9 and 36, that is 324. So finally, we add 18 and 324. That is 342. So ibig sabihin, 342 feet na yung natalon ng skydiver during the 10th fall. So kapag po ganun, dahil may units po siya, so kailangan po sinusulat po natin as final answer 342 feet. Okay. Kailangan po may units. So for our next problem, a car travels 180 meters the first minute, 250 meters the next minute, 320 meters the third minute, and so on in an arithmetic sequence. Find the distance traveled after 5 minutes. So based po dito sa given problem natin, arithmetic sequence pa rin po siya. So let's identify the given. So a sub n, that is the unknown, a sub 1, so that is 180, and then n, that is 5. And then our common difference, so yung 180 meters, isa-subtract natin sa 250 meters. So 250 minus 180, that is 70. Okay, and then we apply the formula for the arithmetic sequence. So a sub n, that will become a sub 5. And then a sub 1, the first term, that is 180, plus n, that is 5, minus 1. And then the common difference, 70. Next, a sub 5 is equal to 180 plus, so 5 minus 1, that is 4, times 70. And then a sub 5 is equal to 180 plus, so the product of 4 and 70 is 280. So a sub 5 is equal to the sum of 180 and 280, that is 460. So lagyan po natin siya ng units. So meters. Ibig sabihin, the distance traveled of the car after 5 minutes is 460 meters. For our next problem, A school auditorium has 17 seats on the first row, 22 seats on the second row, 27 seats on the third row, and so on, and has 20 rows of seats. How many seats are there in the theater? So, based po dito sa given problem, hinahanap po natin dito yung total. Okay. So, kapag po ang total ang hinahanap natin, usually, sum of the sequence po yan. So, based po dito sa given problem natin, arithmetic sequence po siya. So, wherein yung common difference is 5. So, applying the formula for the sum of the terms of an arithmetic sequence, S sub n, that is the unknown. So, identify muna natin yung given. And then a sub 1, that is 17. And then n, that is 20. What about d? So, yung d, sinabi ko kanina, 5. So, isusubtract natin yung 17 sa 22. That is 5. Now, applying the formula, S sub n is equal to n over 2 times the quantity 2a sub 1 plus the quantity n minus 1 times d. So, ayan po, ang formula ng sum of the terms of an arithmetic sequence. So, and then we're looking for the sum of 20 terms. Okay, and then n, that is 20 over 2, and then 2 times the first term, that is 17, plus n is 19 minus 1, and then the common difference, 5. Next, S sub 20 is equal to, so 20 divided by 2, that is 10, and then 2 times 17, that is 34, plus, so 19 minus 1, that is 18, times 5. Next, S sub 20 is equal to 10 times 34 plus, so the product of 18 and 5 is 90. So S sub 20 is equal to 10 times the sum of 34 and 90, that is 124. So finally, we multiply 10 by 124. So S sub 20 is equal to 1,240. So ito pong 1,240, ito po yung total number of seats in the theater. Next, number 4. A culture of bacteria doubles every 1 hour. If there are 400 bacteria at the beginning, how many bacteria will there be after 8 hours? So, this problem is an application of geometric sequence. So, identify muna natin yung given. So, a sub n, yung unknown, and then a sub 1, the first term, that is 400. So, there are 400 bacteria at the beginning. So, meron tayong word na beginning. Ibig sabihin, yun yung first term. And then, a sub n, this is the unknown nga. And then, n, that is 8. What about the common ratio? So, based dito sa given, a culture of bacteria doubles every 1 hour. So, we have there the word doubles. It means 2. So, the common ratio is 2. Then, we apply the formula for the geometric sequence. A sub n is equal to a sub 1 r raised to n minus 1. So, a sub n will become a sub 8 is equal to 400 multiply to the common ratio 2, and then raised to n minus 1, that is 8 minus 1. So, a sub 8 is equal to 400 times 2 raised to 8 minus 1, that is 7. So, ang gagawin po natin dito, kailangan muna natin express po yung nasa loob ng parenthesis, which is 2 raised to 7. So, 7 times natin i-multiply yung 2 sa kanyang sarili. So, kapag minultiply po natin yung 2 ng 7 beses, so, ang makukuha po nating product is 128. Now, finally, yung 400 na first term, i-multiply natin sa 128. So, our final answer will be 51,200. So, ano tong 51,200 na to? So, ito po yung bilang ng bacteria after 8 hours. So, 51,200 bacteria. So, to check, pwede nating ilista yung mga terms. So, try natin. So, yung una, 400. And then, times 2, the common ratio, 800. And then, 1,600, 3,200, 6,400, 1,200, 12,800, 25,600, and yung ating 8th term, that is 51,200. So, tama po na ang 8th term natin is 51,200. So, there are 51,200 bacteria after 8 hours. So, let's have the next problem. Mary is constructing a family tree. She is hoping to trace back through 8 generations to calculate the total number of ancestors she has. Determine the total number of ancestors after the 8th generation. Okay. So, halimbawa, yung pinaka-founder. So, letter A. So, magkakaroon siya ng sanga, B and C, hanggang 8 generations. So, ito, application po siya ng sum of the geometric sequence. So, sum of the terms of the geometric sequence. Ano po siya? Finite. So, finite siya kasi meron tayo ditong 8 generation. So, identify natin yung mga given. S sub n is the unknown. A sub 1, that is 2. Okay? So, magsisimula po kasi yung first term dun sa pangalawa. Okay. Hindi po dun sa pinakauna. And then, what about R? So, yung R po, that is also 2. Okay. Kasi, si B, magsasanga siya ng dalawa. Same with C. Dalawa din siya. And then, N, that is 8. Kasi, 8 generation ang tinatanong. So, we apply the formula S sub n is equal to A sub 1 minus A sub 1 R raised to n all over 1 minus R. Now, A sub 1, that is 2, minus the product of A sub 1 and R raised to n. So, R 2 raised to 8. And then, all over 1 minus 2. Next. So, S sub 8 is equal to 2 minus 2 times 2 raised to 8. So, that is 256. All over negative 1. So, we rewrite 2 minus the product of 2 and 256 is 512. All over negative 1. So, S sub 8 is equal to 2 minus 512, that is negative 510, divided by negative 1. So, S sub 8 is equal to 510. So, ano po yung 510 na to? So, ito po yung total number of ancestors after the 8th generation. So, let's have problem number 6. Edward deposited 30,000 at 6% interest compounded yearly. How much would be savings with the interest after 4 years? So, compounded interest po siya. So, yung formula po dito, so somehow related to geometric sequence. So, A is equal to P times the quantity 1 plus R raised to N. Okay? So, what is A? Ito po yung total amount. And then P, ito po yung principal amount, which is 30,000. And then yung R, yung interest rate. So, yung A po ang hinahanap natin dito. And then P, that is 30,000 pesos. And then, times the quantity 1 plus, so 6% will be converted to decimal, that is 0.06. And then N, so that is 4 years. So yung N po natin dito is yung time. Okay, so raised to 4. Then A is equal to 30,000 times the quantity of 1 plus 0.06, so magiging 1.06 raised to the 4th power. And then A is equal to 30,000 times, so 1.06 raised to the 4th power. So multiply lang po natin ng 4 times yung 1.06. And that is 1.26247696. Okay. And then, yung last natin na gagawin, i-multiply natin siya sa 30,000. So, kapag minultiply po natin siya, ang makukuhang sagot po is 37,874.31. So, it means, after 4 years, ang total savings ni Edward will be 37,874.31. So, magkano yung parang tubo? Okay. So, ang gagawin lang natin doon, 37,874.31, i-minus natin doon sa principal amount na 30,000. So, that is 7,874.31 or 31 centavos. So for our next problem, find the value of k that will make 5k minus 3, k plus 2, and 3k minus 11. So yung mga terms ng arithmetic sequence, 5k minus 3, k plus 2, and then 3k minus 11. So, di ba, 3 terms form an arithmetic sequence. So, ibig sabihin, common yung difference nila dito. So, ang gagawin natin para makuha yung value ng k, so, magiging k plus 2 minus 5k minus 3. And then, equal siya sa difference ng 3k minus 11 minus the quantity k plus 2. So, dahil pareho lang naman yung common difference, equate natin sila. Okay, and then, k plus 2 minus 5k plus 3 equals 3k minus 11 minus k minus 2. So, yung technique natin dito kapag nagma-minus tayo, mag-change yung sign ng subtrahend. O kaya kung ano man yung mga terms na nasa loob ng parenthesis. Okay. So, and then, we combine like terms. K, saka negative 5k, magiging negative 4k. And then, 2 plus 3, that is 5. Then, 3k minus k, that is 2k. Negative 11 minus 2, that is negative 13. And then, yung 2k, ililipat natin siya sa left side. So, magsusubtract tayo ng 2k to both sides. And then, yung 5 naman dito, ililipat natin siya sa right side. So, magsusubtract tayo ng 5 to both sides. So, magiging negative 4k minus 2k is equal to negative 13 minus 5. And then, negative 4k minus 2k, that is negative 6k, equals negative 13 minus 5, that is negative 18. So, i-write lang natin dito. So, negative 6k is equal to negative 18. And then, we divide the whole equation by negative 6. So, k is equal to 3. So, ang gagawin natin ngayon is substitute natin yung value of k na 3 dun sa ating mga terms. Okay. So, dun muna sa 5k minus 3. So, 5 times 3, that is 15, minus 3. So, yung first term natin dito is 12. Next. Dun sa k plus 2 naman. So, 3 plus 2, that is 5. Sa 3k minus 11 naman, 3 times 3, that is 9 minus 11, negative 2. So, ito yung mga terms ng arithmetic sequence, wherein yung common difference nila is negative 7. So, let us now have harmonic sequence. So, when we say harmonic sequence is formed by getting the reciprocals of an arithmetic sequence. So, we have there the word reciprocals. Ibig sabihin, yung kabaligtaran ng mga terms ng arithmetic sequence. For example, if the first 5 terms of the arithmetic sequence are A, B, C, D, and E, the corresponding terms in harmonic sequence are 1 over A, 1 over B, 1 over C, 1 over D, and 1 over E. So, kukunin lang natin yung kabaligtaran. So, yung reciprocal ng mga terms ng arithmetic sequence. So, para mas maintindihan nyo yung concept ng harmonic sequence, let's have the problem number 8. Given the arithmetic sequence 2, 5, 8, 11, 14, 17, 20, and 23, find the first 8 terms of the corresponding harmonic sequence. So, in given terms ng arithmetic sequence, so lista lang natin ulit. 2, 5, 8, 11, 14, 17, 20, and then 23. So, kapag harmonic sequence na, so kukunin lang natin yung mga reciprocal ng given terms ng arithmetic sequence. So, that will become, yung 2 magiging 1 half. And then 1 fifth, 1 over 8, 1 over 11, 1 over 14, 1 over 17, 1 over 20, tsaka 1 over 23. So, as simple as that lang. So, kukunin lang natin yung mga reciprocal ng given terms ng arithmetic sequence. Let's have Fibonacci sequence. So, Fibonacci sequence is a sequence where the first two terms are either both 1 or 0 and 1. And each term thereafter is obtained by adding the two preceding terms. So, para mas maintindihan yung concept ng Fibonacci sequence, let's have the problem number 9. Show that 987 is a term of a Fibonacci sequence whose first three terms are 0, 1, and 1. So, lista lang natin yung mga terms. 0, 1, and then 1. So, yung Fibonacci sequence po, ina-add lang po natin yung unang dalawang terms and then makukuha yung susunod na terms. So, ganun lang po lagi. So, apply natin 0 plus 1, that is 1. And then, para makuha natin susunod na term, 1 plus 1, that is 2. And then 1 plus 2, that is 3. 2 plus 3, that is 5. And then 3 plus 5, that is 8. 5 plus 8, that is 13. 8 plus 13, 21. 13 plus 21, that is 34. 21 plus 34, that is 55. 34 plus 55, that is 89. 55 and 89, that is 144. 89 plus 144, that is 233. And then 144 plus 233, that is 377. So 233 plus 377, that is 610. And finally, 377 plus 610, that is 987. So, ang ano lang dito sa Fibonacci sequence, kapag mali ka ng pinag-add, so yung mga preceding terms, yung mga susunod na terms, mali na agad. Like for example, so halimbawa yung 3, itong 3, saka 5, in-add mo, ang sagot 9. So, yung mga susunod na terms, automatically, mali na po yun. So, kung tinatanong ka, pang ilang term yung 987, so, bibilangin lang natin. So, yung 907, pang ilang term siya, so, bilangin natin. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So, 17 terms siya ng ating given Fibonacci sequence. So, yung mga terms na yan, pwede naman magsimula kahit saan. Okay, like for example, magsisimula ka sa 5, 8, tapos 13. Okay, so dito nagkataon na nag-start tayo talaga sa 0, tapos 1, 1, and so on. So, let's have a word problem about Fibonacci sequence. 10 days before Valentine's Day, Reimar decided to give Melissa flowers according to the Fibonacci sequence. On the first day, he sent 1 red rose. On the second day, 2 red roses, and so on. How many roses did Melissa receive during the 8th day? So, first day, ang na-receive niya is 1 red rose. On the second day, 2. And then, sa third day, ang gagawin natin, yung 1 tsaka 2, i-add natin, magiging 3. So, on the fourth day, add natin yung 2 tsaka 3, that is 5. Then on the 5th day, 3 plus 5, that is 8. And then on the 6th day, 5 plus 8, that is 13. On the 7th day, that is 8 plus 13, 21. Then finally, on the 8th day, 13 plus 21, that is 34. It means 34 red roses ang matatanggap ni Melissa during the 8th day. So, i-summarize lang natin yung mga na-receive niyang roses. So, ito, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, 21, and then 34. So, again, 34 red roses ang na-receive ni Melissa during the 8th day from Reimar. So, after we've discussed all the topics on sequences and series, so our next lessons will be division of polynomials. So, we will be performing division of polynomials using long division method and synthetic division method. So, there are two ways in dividing polynomials. So, we have long division nga and synthetic division. So, ipapaliwanag ko yan further sa mga susunod ko pang mga video lessons. So, sana may natutunan kayo sa mga topics on sequences and series. So, huwag kakalimutan mag-subscribe, mag-like, at i-share na rin yung mga videos ko. So, maraming salamat sa mga patuloy na nanonood at sumusuporta sa aking mga ina-upload na videos. So, yun lang. Maraming salamat.